Hey guys, it's Mr. Stein, your highly qualified art teacher here. Hope you guys had a great weekend and a good start to the week. As requested, we are going to make Sonic the Hedgehog. I've had a lot of requests for Sonic. So, without further ado, let's have some fun. Sonic is not super hard, but there are a fair amount of pieces. A lot of them are mainly ovals, triangles, circles, but you still do have to pay attention. Make sure you leave space for the head, the body, his feet, and his big pointy shoes. So, I like to start by placing where the head is going to go, because the head is the most important part. It's the most iconic part of Sonic. So, I'm going to kind of start here and curve it around just at the front of his head. I'm going to continue up and around, then make my first triangle, second triangle, curve it down, third triangle, and then I'm just going to connect it. I'll fix this up. It's not quite curvy enough, so I'll fix that a little bit. And I have the basic shape of Sonic's head. Now the trick is his eyes are pretty big. The part around his mouth, not so much. It kind of looks like a hot dog. So you can think of it like a hot dog. Curve it in a little bit, back out, and curve it around so it connects. And you kind of got his mouth. Give him that little piece right here. See, his mouth. Now here's the tricky part. The eyes. You got one big one and one much smaller one because his head is tilted sideways. So, you don't want to go any higher than kind of where that second spike is, because that's where the ear is going to be. So if you want to make it easier, put like a little mark here, so you know you don't want to go any higher than that. Start right around here, curve up and down, and again up and down. Bigger, smaller. Oval eye. I like to leave a little bit of white, like it's a reflection in his eye. And the other one kind of attaches right here and goes up. And again, I like to leave that little piece of white, so it looks like there's a little reflection of light in his eyes. Give him that pointy ear here, the little kind of eyebrow, and a pointy ear here. And you pretty much have Sonic's head, minus that nose. Give him an oval. It should be horizontal, which means sideways. And it overlaps that line right here, so it's half in, half out. And you have Sonic's head. That's pretty close to my first one. Slightly different, but pretty close. Now, you want to make sure the body is not so big that you don't have space for the legs. So I'm going to end the body right around here, so I'll make a little line there so I know not to go too big. And I'll give him a circle body. Now I need his arm, because his arm kind of overlaps his body right here. It's kind of like a fist sitting like this, kind of on his hip. Rectangle, rectangle. So I make a little curve there to start. Rectangle. And I bend it back in. Rectangle. I'm going to make his cuff of his kind of glove. I guess they're his hands, but they do look like gloves to me. So I'm going to call them gloves. So two ovals. And then I'm overlapping, almost making a complete oval or circle, but not quite. And then I'm adding his thumb. Now if I had an eraser that worked with these pencils, I'd erase this line right here. but this eraser does not really fully erase the pencils that I am using. But I can color his glove in another time. So I'm going to kind of add the back of his body right here. And you kind of have his arm on the back of his body. His other arm attaches to this side. So again, rectangle, rectangle, almost like the letter V, but not perfectly. You can say almost like a sideways L. And again, I need to give him that kind of glove look. Only in this case, it's kind of some extra ones. See? Another one. Another one. And then I'm making his pointer. And I'm curving around. That's going to be kind of that first finger tucked in. See? And then I'm just making another, another, another. They're a little bit better on this hand. I made them bigger on this hand. I ran out of space on this hand. So you can kind of see when you're not careful or when you're rushing a little bit, you make mistakes. Make another oval pointing in, like his thumb. So he kind of looks like this, right? And you have his hand pointing out. His legs almost look like the letter H. I'm going to start here, kind of like a bubble or box letter H. Two kind of half circles. Another two, only this time I'm going to connect it. And I can give him a shoe. It's a triangle, but I cut off the top part of the triangle. You could continue it and look like a perfect triangle, but instead I overlap. Give him that little racing stripe, and the same on this foot. And he has a little racing stripe. And you've got Sonic. Now you can color him any way you like. Look for some pictures of how he's colored online. I know he's got a large amount of blue, but I've seen a silvery gray Sonic, a blue Sonic. My buddy JDL is the Sonic master. If he was here right now, he could tell you every color that there is on this guy. I call him Mr. Sonic in school because he is so amazing at drawing Sonic. So here you go. You've got Sonic and Sonic's twin brother, Super Sonic. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Take it easy. Make sure you're qualified to do this drawing. And I will talk to you guys later.